goal of the match. Leaves it to Ramsey to make it 3-0. Welcome to the PFF National Training Center in Carmona, Cavite. This is the big one. Kaya FC against United City FC in the Copa Paulino Alcantara. Their first meeting here in the competition. I'm Paulo De Rosario alongside Darren Hartman. And this is what we've been waiting for in particular, Darren.
Well, this is the big game. This is the game which everyone in the PFL waits to see. And of course, we didn't see it in the last Copa Alcantara, but we're seeing it now. And Kaya, off that 1-0 win against Maharlika, will be very, very ready for this game against United City, who we first saw out just only a few days ago, where they scored 4 goals against Maharlika.
So let's see whether or not the anticipation lives up to the billing. And when you have a team like UCFC, of course, a lot of new faces trying to find their rhythm and getting to know each other. We're going to see whether or not they can build on that victory last time. Look at the standings here, and just so all the fans out there know exactly why this is important, explain to us the format of this competition so far.
Well, there are 7 teams, so everyone's going to get 6 games because everyone's playing against each other. And then at the end of that, the top 4 will have a crossover. So first will play 4th and second will play 3rd. And of course, every single game and every single point is just so important.
United City and Kaya, the 2 teams who are favorites already pre-competition going into this one. So take a look at the starting lineup of Kaya. Who stands out here for you?
Well, a couple of changes from the first game, but it is going to be still a similar style of football. Of course, they have Mitchell at the back playing, who's been, really, really difficult to get past, and he's been working alongside Simone Rota. But the change at the back is that Diano will be introduced and will start his first game for Kaya.
So interesting to see whether the mixture of youth and experience at the back could be the difference maker here for Kaya against a United City team that for sure will be out on the attack. As we see Kaya getting ready for this United City. A lot of new names here for Filipino fans to get used to, and a lot of old ones as well from the ADT making their debut. And of course, looking at the bench here, Kenshiro Daniels wearing a different jersey this time around.
Well, that's one of the exciting things about football. You really do wait to see how players move in and out. And I mean, Kenshiro Daniels coming over from Kaya and playing for United City and featuring in this game, you would probably think. But United City having to make maybe one change just because of maybe an injury, and we will see how their back 4 adjusts to that, with Jordan Jarvis stepping on and most likely playing centre back or right back.
An important game wherein we're gonna find out kung ano nga ba ang identity ng UCFC, ng Kaya FC in terms of facing adversity, because I can guarantee you when you have Kaya and United City going at each other, both teams will be tested to the hilt.
It will be a tactical game. It will be cagey. I don't think people will want to change their way they play and adjust for the other team. United City got that long, nice rotation, stay nice and wide, and then Kaya play a little bit shorter in their rotation, and it's going to be whether or not the teams go at each other or whether or not they're just going to play the tactical game and keep it a close game.
When we return, we'll have kickoff between United City and Kaya FC, so don't go away.
And now, the moment we have all been waiting for. Let us welcome the teams of Kaya FC Iloilo and United City FC.
Welcome back to the PFF National Training Center in Carmona, Cavite. Kaya FC Iloilo against United City FC, the big one here in the Copa Paulino Alcantara. This may be the first of two potential meetings here between these two teams. This first, obviously, in the group stage, and then moving on, the elimination round rather, the round robin, then moving on to the knockout stage. When they meet, that's a big question. Will it be the semifinals? Will it be the finals? That's where people are assuming, but we're gonna find out so much about the two giants, the two titans of Philippine football in Kaya FC and United City. Kaya in their iconic bright yellow kits, UCFC in their imposing black jerseys. Maikot, Bedic in the middle, the captains for the night. And you look at both these lineups and you see it peppered with the youth from the ADT, from the past generation of players. You see it peppered with veterans throughout the UFL, the PFL, and now here at Copa Paulino Alcantara, and new faces, foreign reinforcements brought in to add more quality to the teams. These two are the representatives of the Philippines to Asia in the AFC Cup and in the Champions League. And it is the battle that we have all been anticipating, all been waiting for. And this could just be the first chapter of two in this particular competition. You look at both these teams, Darren. What do you expect, honestly, when you see these two finally face toe-to-toe for the first time here in the Copa Paulino Alcantara?
Honestly, what I would say is that Kaya would have been working on very specific things from their last outing. They created almost 30 chances and only converted once. So I'm pretty sure that they will be a lot more clinical in front of goal and they will be a lot more decisive in the final third. Whereas with United City, they scored lots of goals against Maharlika. They will be coming in this with confidence high, but they will know exactly what they're up against with Kaya. Kaya have had more time on the training pitch, and we are ready for a huge, huge game in this cup competition.
KFC will be playing from left to right of your screen for the first half. UCFC going the other way. Again, Kaya in their iconic yellow. UCFC in all black here today. And we're off. Now the question is, will we start out with that cagey affair with both teams just trying to figure out what each are doing? Or will one team come out the gates looking to do damage almost immediately? And the answer pretty clear here with the way Kaya FC is pressing. Well, Kaya trying to get going here very early on. And of course, United City will be a tough team to crack. You know, you look at the back line, they have the reinforcement coming in Robertson. Then you also have Custodio bringing international experience from the ADT. And of course, Dine Barile also at the back. There's really so much security in this group. So Kaya applying and pressing very early here, forcing United City to play out of the back. Uano unable to get to that, and Kaya ball here. Mardiano, again, former teammates in ADT, getting reacquainted with each other.
Yeah, and Diano is coming across to that right centre-back position where Simone Rota has played the last 5-6 games for Kaya. So Simone Rota is the one adjusting. And it's a different setup, but I'm sure it would be the same system. And Kaya have come out very, very quick and looking to press. And you can hear the demand for players getting tight and players to press. So if you're going to say who's going to come out with that sort of attitude, it looks as if Kaya are the ones taking the game to United City tonight.
Well, still very early on. In fact, we just passed the 2-minute mark actually, as Bedik trying to play a little 1-2 forward, and an early free kick here for Kaya in a dangerous area.
But one of the things that we picked up on just before this game kicked off is the actual options that Kaya have on the bench. They have lots of defensive options, which would mean, and I think they're in a situation where they have to try to score first. Because, their biggest ways of winning this game would be making it tight in the second half. And, of course, having a set piece in the first 3 minutes is going to help.
Watch Carlisle Mitchell, watch Mardiano, watch Robert Lopez Mendy. So many weapons on a set piece here. So watch the whip going to the far post where most of them are waiting. Daiso Hirokoshi. Poor ball. And a missed opportunity there for Kaya. Again, the intent already obvious here for Kaya. Try and apply pressure early, try and score early. So I asked the question a while ago, which team will most likely be the one to try to punch the other in the mouth to start the game off? And it looks like Kaya have all the intentions. Arboleda down the wing. Good tackle there. And the referee pointing to a corner. Not quite sure what happened there in particular, so I'll have to take a look at that again.
Perhaps just appeals for offside when the ball was played down the line to Arboleda, but 4 minutes into the game, second set piece for Kaya.
Again, they have all these big pieces that could make a difference because of their sheer size and the way they attack the ball. Melisa to take the corner. Looking for a better delivery here than the free kick a while ago. Ball's in. The target's in the middle. Lopez Mendy could not get it on target.
Well, he met that with some intent. That was a great ball into the box there.
Playing it short here. So right now, United City weathering the early pressure here presented by Kaya FC. Of course, there's so much veteran presence rather. So you have Matt Silva at the back for United City, as well as Robertson. So much experience for center as well. Barle finding Ott. A little 1-2 there. Barle trying to find the run of Owano. Things starting to get a bit more frantic. Kaya trying to find spaces down the wing again. Melisa and Robert Lopez Mendy trying to get to that, but United City just there to snuff it out. Now it's United City's turn. Trying to go quick on the wing themselves. Jerebuev riding one tackle and shifting it out to the wing. Mike Ott. Pika Minigeshi. Good find and a header just too weak and off target. I'm not quite sure if you could hear the players on the field, but a lot of The Kaya players asking each other to wake up. Not happy with that last defensive sequence.
Well, Maikot is really good at peeling off from the 9 and getting in that 10 position. He's one of the best at doing it in the country that I've seen for a really long time. And Ricky Sendra's getting really good at getting in and around the back post and getting his head on the ball. And that combination is what we saw against Maharlika, and they've managed to find it very early in this game as well. Remember, we're only 7 minutes into this game and we've already been backwards and forwards more times than I can count.
Jarboev unable to find the run of Minigishi. Bedic finds Robert Lopez Mendy. There's a runner on the far left. Great cover there, though, coming from Jordan Jarvis. Ikisendra trying to push that forward still. Now on the right flank. United City. Uano takes a snapshot straight at Banzon. Well, so far, you look at the game between these two. Both teams not afraid to go at each other. Exactly what we wanted.
Yeah, Kurt D's on there doing the damage on the right-hand side. Just finding Wano, who snapped his shot. But now Kaya Mendy might have drifted offside.
And Mendy fouling Silva. Silva not afraid to absorb the contact. Again, he used to play for Kaya, so familiar with those colors running at him, I'm sure.
That was a hard press there by Mendy. Got a point to prove as well. Sometimes when you play for one club and then you go up against them.
Take a look at this again. Silva just taking his time, putting his body in the way. Actually, if you could hear the coaching staff a while ago, there were players appealing for offside, but then they were reminding the players to just play by the whistle. Don't expect. Action-packed game here. Not even 9 minutes through. Simone Rota standing over this one. Playing it short. But Jarboev for United City there to put a foot in.
Well, the way the teams are going at this game just really shows the importance of securing that top spot in the league and the advantage that it gives you in the crossover.
And there could be a big gap between the team that's third and fourth in terms of quality and making sure that there are no hiccups. Robert Lopez Mendy tried to carve a bit of space for himself with his head there, but then dragged too wide and straight to Silva. Ebarle plays it back. Robertson swings it to the other side. Custodio to Jarvis. Wano. Of course, Wano, who has seen a lot of action recently in the international level, trying to bring his goal-scoring touches here to United City. Of course, Ivan Uano, as we were talking about him a while ago, already scored last time alongside JJ Robertson, Ricky Sendra, and Pika Minigishi in their win against Maharlika. Ebarle. Jarboev unable to get that one off the miscue from Ebarle. A chance here from Eliza. Side-footed shot, no good. That was Fitch Arboleda with the half chance. Coach Yu Hoshide barking a couple of instructions. Actually, both coaching staffs of United City and Kaya have already a few words to exchange with the fourth official. As you take a look at the shot by Arboleda, that was well off the mark. On to normal action though. Wano chasing down this ball. And Mitchell there to make sure that it's just throw.
Don't know if you could hear it there, but Mycott, the captain of United City, barking out his orders just to try to get up and get the pressure onto Kaya.
Pika. Pika again. Lofted ball to Ibarle. But Ibarle could not deliver. So right now they're saying force the kick from Banzon, but unable to do so. So Mitchell delivers instead. Bedic pressured by Robertson. Simone Rota swinging it. Great pass. Great find. Can they do anything in front of Jarvis? High ball. Unfortunately unable to find any target inside. They go wide again. And appeals for handball, but the referee not having it. And again, it's the type of action we wanted, Darren.
Well, this is the game that we thought it was going to be, end to end, tactical, but the ball's moving quickly. And I feel that the rivalry has certainly not died with the absence of United City in the last campaign. Very much alive.
Shifting now to the right side for United City. Ott. Sendra back to Ott, swinging that to Jarvis. Custodio. Mike Ott. Robertson. Ibarle. More rhythm now to this United City team. Just probing and finding openings. Ott back to Robertson. Mike Ott finding Ibarle. Durabuev. Ibarle. Very methodical, the build-up for United City.
Yeah, we said, well, it would happen at some point during the game where, you know, teams would be just looking to pass and move the ball, try to create opportunities. I mean, the first almost 15 minutes was really end-to-end, very high tempo.
Again, there's always going to be phases to this because the way that Kaya attacked the game from kickoff, I didn't feel like it was sustainable from a speed standpoint. It felt like they were going at like 100 miles an hour.
I think that's what Kaya wanted, though, in the first 10 minutes, was to really bring the tempo to United City and not let them settle into any sort of rhythm.
So 2 shots each for both these teams. So that means 4 shots in the opening 15 minutes of the game. So good tempo, good pace played in this one. Charaboev ends up with a foul. Arnel Amita, who is everywhere really, just so active in terms of his possession, and you won't be surprised finding him in different parts of the pitch.
Yeah, he does really well, and he's good technically as well. Doesn't very often give the ball away.
Look at that foul there. Sarboleda can't hold on to that. And that's off there by Ryofuji. Arboleda applying the pressure. Robert Lopez Mendy as well. They go back to Silva, Tama United City. Now shifting it to Custodio. Jarbuev. Custodio. Pika Minigishi. Options in front of him. Mike Ott to his right. Ryofuji applying the pressure. Back to Robertson. Pika Minigishi. Back to Ott. Trying to find that runner in the middle, but the pass too low. Robert Lopez Mendy trying to play a little 1-2. The pace is there. Robert Lopez Mendy bearing on goal. Good idea, but the execution left lacking.
And that's the first time that United City have been caught a little bit flat across the back. And you won't get many opportunities like this in a game. Number one, hit the target, and you've really just got to be looking at hitting that across the goal. Percentage-wise, you're more likely to score if you're hitting that across the goal from there.
And that's why a lot of coaches say aim for the far post. Ebarale. Well, United City survived that scare. Joraboev. Ott. Mike Ott trying to pull the strings from the middle. Now drifting wide left. Trying to play a little 1-2. And the connection mentally not there.
But United City are slowly starting to settle into a little bit of a rhythm when they're building up.
It feels like they're advancing further down the pitch every time they get the ball as well.
And they're also doing a good job at slowing down Kaya from playing from their goal kick. They're getting isolated here. Mitchell on the ball with limited options.
Robertson heaves that forward. Owano trying to chase it. So interesting to see how Kaya will really operate from goal kicks, considering the fact that Banzon has been laying it out for the short pass every time.
I think that's also because United City are quite quick in transitioning and making sure that they're high up the pitch when the ball goes off for a goal kick.
Robertson pushing it forward. Kicks it wide left. Pikam Nigishi. Recycling. Play all the way back to Jarvis. Operating in the wing now. Still that incisive ball not there for United City so far. Kaya arguably creating better chances with the pass, but the control definitely on United City side.
Kaya are very organised in defending. They get their lines nice and tight, nice and close to each other, and are making it difficult for United City to play through. I mean, that's how United City play. I love their rotation at the moment. They're popping it in and out of the lines, but where United City cause other teams problems is where they combine high in the final third with Mike Ott running off the shoulder off a player. And at the moment, Kaya are doing a really good job at stopping that from happening.
Ott. Go wide. Trying to find the runner and had to get a header to it. Danger is still there though. Pika Minigishi couldn't sneak that through. Shot from distance. And that is wide. Jordan Jarvis found himself in a very advanced position, unable to convert on that. Jarvis just off the mark there, missing the target completely. Ricky Sender wins the header. Owano gets a better Mitchell there, but then Rio Fuji there to win back possession. Now on the attack. Melisa unable to find the run of Daiso Hirokoshi. And here we go again, end-to-end stuff between United City and Kaya. Mike Ott unable to hold possession. They won the ball there in the middle, but Kaya get it back. Now it's their turn to attack again. Don't hold your breath. Robertson. Feels that there are moments wherein both teams sprint at the same time in terms of their pace, Darren.
It was just for a fraction of a second that United City had an overload. They were 4 against the 3 centre-backs of Kaya, but Kaya was so quick to get back in and even up the numbers and get a numerical advantage defending again.
Pika Minigishi, there's an overlap by Ebarale. Ebarale on the left side. Touch a bit too heavy. Pass finds its way to Arabuev. Ricky Sendra just mistimed the run and the pass. Kurt Dizon couldn't get to it.
Kurt was saying he just wanted that ball played inside there.
Minutes played here, 22 rather, between Kaya and United City. Thank you very much for joining us over on Facebook and on YouTube for the Copa Paulino Alcantara. Again, this is the match that most fans have been waiting for in terms of the favorites for the Copa Paulino Alcantara.
And these teams will meet 3-4 times this year, and I'm sure that every game is going to be even more exciting than this as they start getting match fit like this. What a ball in!
Headed away by Kaya, the danger away momentarily. Robertson headed it forward, but straight to a Kaya player. Ryofuji finding Melisa. Runner on the right, Arboleda was wide open. And Daiso Hirikoshi tried to make something out of nothing.
Well, we all saw it. Arboleda was in so much space on the right-hand side there. If that ball had got through, he would have been one-on-one with the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that's how dangerous Kaya is. They turn those breaks into something very strong, very violent. As we take a look at that tackle there. And the referee will have to look at this as Vulabuev feeling the effects of that. So, lively discussions being had now with the referee. No card shown for that crunching tackle. And Urabuev back up. And play resumes. Pika Minigishi, pressured by Arboleda, plays it back, and Minigishi back on the ball again. So you have Kaya now pressing more aggressively. Custodio shifting that to Jarvis. Jarvis trying to get the better of Melisa. Kaya will have the throw in an advanced position, trying to challenge this UCFC team.
So difficult to pick between the two sides at the moment, Paolo.
Simone Rota playing it over, trying to find Bedic. Mardiano heads it forward. So quick talking about Amita. And a foul in a precarious position here. Again, they have the weapons to make things difficult in terms of set pieces. Talking about Kaya. But remember, their first free kick did not even get beyond the first defender. So looking for much better delivery here. One shot on target, and that was from United City. That snapshot from Owano that nestled into the stomach of Zach Banzon. Here's a look at that foul again that Ebarle gave up. Daiso Yurikoshi standing over this one. Again, the targets, Carlisle Mitchell. Have to watch out for him. Robert Lopez Mendy as well. Again, just looking at the team size-wise, though, you have to feel that maybe United City have the advantage. Maikot tries to clear it. Melisa takes a shot himself, and Silva will see that cleared. momentum seems to be swinging between one team to the other. I wouldn't say that either team has had a firm grasp of this game from a control standpoint, Aaron.
Yeah, Kaya have managed to keep United City from playing out for the last few passages of play. And now United City opting to go long.
Silva trying to find out a web. Maikot and Ria Fuji whistled for climbing the back of Ott. Robertson. Custodio. Shifting that forward. Sendra. Dizon. Herbuev. Jarvis. Trying to find the run of Dizon. Good defending though by Kaya. Simone Rota battling, and it's still United City here. Herbuev. Good ball inside. Danger not away yet. It'll be a corner here for United City.
Good passage of play from United City. Lots of combinations in the high rotation. Managed to earn themselves a corner. And they're taking their time setting this up.
Amirbek Rabuev to take the corner here for United City. Be another corner here. That delivery very low. They play it short now. And the pressure pays off immediately here for Kaya. And thank you everyone joining us over on Facebook and on YouTube. Special mention to Star FC, Marianita Fulgado, Joy Fausto, and Jillian Francisco joining us here. Also, hello to all the fans here watching live, and it's just nice to see fans back at sporting venues again, and especially here. I know this is a bit far and away, but still fans making their way here to catch their favorite football players in Copa Paulino Alcantara. Almost puts a smile on everyone's face, and Melissa tried to climb the back of Custodio, who literally stands head and shoulder over him. So he tried to jump over him using his back. Play on, says the referee, as United City trying to make inroads again on the right side. Robert Lopez Mendy could not save that. 30 minutes in, and really nothing to separate these two teams, Darren.
It's been a really, really contested first 30 minutes, and the tempo doesn't look as if it's dying down. But teams will most certainly want to try to get the ball on the floor, move it, control the tempo, play the way that they want to play. But at the moment, it's just a fantastic game, and I cannot pick between the two sides at the moment.
Robertson kicks it to Ibarale on the far left side. Tika Minigishi pressured. Turnover in play. Kaya trying to go on the break again. Robertson stepping up. Rio Fuji. Playing it back to Mardiano. Looking for Simone Rota. Rota pushing the issue. Off target with the pass.
I wonder if the goal or the breakthrough goal will be scored through a passage of play like this, or will it be scored against the run of play? Both teams can counter-attack very, very quickly.
Feels like both teams are finding out more and more about each other as the minutes go by. Trying something different with every wave of attack. Ibarle now. Ricky Sendra. Herbuev comes deep to get the ball back, and Ibarle has to reset. Custodio. Robert Lopez Mendy applying token pressure here just to make a move. Silva distributing it, trying to find the Barale, but the turnover in play. No control there from Bedic though. Pressure again from Kaya. Pika Minigishi. Kurabuev. Oh, what a run and what a pass and an opportunity here for United City. And Zach Banzon collects though.
High press from Kaya. United City doing well to keep their composure. And that's a fantastic ball out to the right hand side, but met equally with some fantastic defending for Kaya.
Simone Rota. Carlisle Mitchell playing it to Rio Fuji. Melisa trying to find Arboleda. Arboleda gets it. Pika Minigishi. There to pick up on the mistake. Ricky Sendra. Now the Kurt Dizon. Owano in the middle. Mike Ott making a run as well. Battle near the corner flag. And United City win a corner.
I've been surprised that Dina Barley's been caught, just a few yards off Arboleda. I mean, with the way that Kaya play, it really is a wide man that should be marked by the left fullback. And I'm sure that the coaching staff would have picked up on that, because there's been a couple of times that Dean's found himself tucked inside when he doesn't need to be.
Aim for the second post here. Danger still there. Ivan Owano trying to make something happen. No fouls as the referee, and the ball will go out for goal kick. Stout defending there. So far, again, we can't emphasize to this more. It's so tough picking between these two teams so far based on what we've seen.
And I think the game will get more and more open. We have to remember that there are several players missing because they're on international duty, which I think possibly affects Kaya more than it does United City in terms of attacking options.
Simone Rota plays it all the way back to Zach Banzon, and Banzon has to get this right. Chance here for Ott! Ott! The poor clearance from Zach Banzon made sure that it fell to a United City player, and eventually Mike Ott found himself with a golden opportunity. And like he's done so many times in his career, Mike Ott finds the back of the net.
Well, just off the back of Kaya showing us a great example of a high press. This was an incredible high press from United City. Just didn't give up on the ball. They won it, and then Mike Ott instinctively on the swivel just volleys that into the far post. You could say that Banzon didn't quite get his timing right with the clearance, but of course when the ball fell to the experience of the new captain Mike Ott, it was only going to be one outcome there, and United City score at an incredibly good time for them.
Oh, and there was a bit of a push there by Robert Lopez Mendy, and the referee will have to deal with the complaints right now from Silva, because Robertson, at least from our angle, was pushed towards Silva.
I think these are one of the incidents that, in football, referees have really been trying to clamp out on over the last couple of seasons, is when players are in the air. And I think we've just seen a situation there where there was a little bit of pushing in the box. I mean, Mendy's got every right to go for the ball, but very, very brave from Robertson to come in and close in the ball when Silva was actually there as well. But it did not look nice, and I feel like Robinson's ended up on the receiving end.
Well, they actually put an ice pack on his head just a while ago, so that just goes to show you where they felt the impact was. Again, the goal scorer there, Mike Ott on your screen right now. The captain making sure that everything's set up. And now no lingering pains at least. But Robertson will play on. Referee trying to control things here. And saying that he needs to go out to receive the treatment on the side. Alan Robertson, who in this game in particular has been marshalling the back very well here for United City. Make sure everyone's organized, very vocal, and in the right place at the right time for majority of the game. And right now, the emotions of these two teams really starting to bubble. Because, you know, a lot of physicality just a moment ago. Words being exchanged. Which, you know, depending on how much our mics actually pick up here, we apologize to the younger viewers. But then the colorful language, it is a part of the game that sometimes is hard to, to keep from our broadcast.
I do understand the sentiments of United City in that situation where the player was injured, possibly because of the opposition, and I believe in that case the player shouldn't have to leave the field of play even if he receives treatment. And of course, when the play restarted, the referee hadn't checked over to call the player back onto the pitch. And I think that's where a couple of the senior players were saying, referee, come on, we were playing with 10 men and it wasn't our fault. And there was a rule adjustment for that.
Rubuev trying to play that forward, and United City on the attack again. Ott could not control it, and Kaya cleared that away. So the momentum has definitely swung the way of United City in the past few minutes. Possibly still riding high on the goal scored by Mike Ott just moments ago.
I think it's the situation that you would want to be in if you're United City, scoring 10 minutes before half-time with the sort of experience that they have. I was going to say, they could just slow it down and not have to push for the second goal, come in at half-time. But they obviously have other plans and they feel that the momentum is in their favour and they've won themselves another set piece in the form of a corner.
Rubuev will take the corner again for United City as they try to double up their advantage here. Mike Ott left alone momentarily. Dangerous ball back in. Acrobatic clearance, but the ball still in a dangerous area. Robertson. United City still prowling. And Mitchell there to put a boot in. Referee with the sharp eyes there with the offside flag. 53-47. Possession count in favor of United City. Great balance of the game so far, but again, in the ascendancy, United City.
Possession-wise, it's been close. I'm sure across all of the statistics, it's been close, but the one stat which really matters at the moment is that United City, through their captain, Mike Ott, find themselves 1-0 up in the first half of this game.
Well, this Kaya FC team, again, it's not like they didn't have their chances. Robert Lopez Mendy had a great opportunity that he could not convert a while ago. That could have opened the scoring. And it was Mike Ott and in his very typical self, finding the back of the net. Trying to find the run of Hikamini Gishi. And 50-50 there as United City concede the foul. Ricky Sendra, the culprit. Pitch Arboleda was the aggrieved party. Take a look at that again. Just a split second late. Arboleda. Robert Lopez Mendy in the middle. Arboleda again. Can he get it in? Low ball in. And the keeper there to collect. Safe hands from Silva. So earlier on, Kaya wanted to get on the board early and quickly. But it's United City who hit the scoreboard first. Almost a mistake there coming from Robertson. Custodio playing in long to Wano. Simone Rota has to get this right, and Zach Banzon now has to do it too. Banzon still under pressure, giving that, trying to find Arboleda. Minigishi there to take it. Pika, back to Robertson. Minigishi. Robertson. Pitch Arboleda. Cannot take it away from Mike Ott. Ball goes back United City. Urabuev. Trying to find the run of Kurt Dizon. Dizon, can he get to it? Yes, he can. Trying to retain possession. The reverse ball, no good. Pika Minigishi bearing down. Ryofuji unable to really take it. Arboleda. And Ryofuji. Wide left now. Robert Lopez Mendy still in the middle. Melissa with a late run as well. Oh, and a chance here. The keeper got a hand to it. But then no yellow shirt at the right area.
Excellent build-up play from Kai. Nice direct pass out to the left wing, and it's a really nicely whipped-in cross.
That was Daiso Hirikoshi. Oh, and a chance here for Kaya, but then the flag is up. And just when Kaya were already up and celebrating, the flag has been raised.
Well, Daiso stepped up his game and he's put a cross in and then causing problems on that left-hand side. We're used to seeing him deployed on the right, but showing great balance with both feet. But that flag was up very, very early. Very early.
So United City looking to calm things down here after what has been a very eventful last 15 minutes. So there'll be 2 minutes of added time here. We'll get confirmation of that in just a bit. Mardiano unable to get a clearance that he wanted there and is now forced to apply pressure. Doesn't foul Pika Minigishi. And Urabuev gives it back to Minigishi. Mardiano back to work. Maikot. Ebarle. Can't get it, and it's Lopez as the confirmation there. 2 minutes of added time. And Ricky Sendra with a foul in the middle. All action game here so far. End-to-end stuff between Kaya FC and United City. Simone Rota shifts that to the left. Bedic making a run. 3 yellow shirts in the box, and it will be a corner here as we approach the end of what has been an entertaining first half between Kaya and United City. Melissa to take the corner. Again, a lot of targets here for Kaya. Simone Rota, Carlisle Mitchell, Robert Lopez Mendy, Mardiano even up front as well. Whipped in. Chance here for Bedic. That was a good opportunity there for Kaya that they could not take advantage of. So let's see how much time the referee gives here. Remember, only 2 minutes of added time. Wouldn't be surprised if the whistle is blown right after this. Still whipping that in, and Silva gets it. Silva heaves that forward. Mike caught. Can they rub salt into the wound? Good clearance there from Kaya, and that'll do it for the first half. United City of 1-0, courtesy of a goal from Mike Ott. And it has been the type of battle that we expected. It was tactical, it was physical, there's a lot at stake, and both teams playing like it. 1-0 right now in favor of United City. Let's see whether or not Kaya have the answers after the break. A few adjustments have to be made. And we'll see whether or not United City can secure this lead even further by clamping down or by doubling up. We'll be right back.
There's an opportunity here, and we've got our first goal of the match. Lisa Torrente to make it 3-0. first goal of the match. Leaves it to Ramsey to make it 3-0.
Watching the Copa Paulino Alcantara here at the PFF National Training Center in Carmona, Cavite. United City up 1-0 against Kaya FC Iloilo in what has been an entertaining first half here at the PFF National Training Center. Paul De Rosario on the call with Darren Hartman here with you. And it has been the type of game that we more or less expected. Could be end-to-end, it could have been KG, could have been tactical, and it was all that. Let's take a look at some of the chances in the first half. This was the best one by far for Kaya FC. Robert Lopez Mendy getting free, unable to finish. And then take a look at this here with Pika Minigishi just trying to keep it alive. And that shot coming from Jordan Jarvis, unfortunately for them, not finding the mark. But then what did you see in this game so far from United City that got them ahead?
Well, it really is the game that we hoped for. It was two teams really going at each other. And there it is, the pressure from Wano. It just fell to Kurt, who managed to turn it in. And then found Maikot on the half turn, found the side netting. And that really was the big difference between the two sides, is that United City have gone in at half time at 1-0 up, because everywhere else across the board it has been a very, very close game. And I think now when we look at this, it's going to be about what changes in the second half, what's said at half time. This is what football is made for.
Kaya FC Iloilo, you made the point at the beginning of the coverage that they would have worked on their finishing. Take a look at this. The shots 4, no shots on target. And that is still the ill of this Kaya FC team. And on the other end, United City with 3 shots, 1 shot on target. That 1 shot turned out to be a goal. And you could expect more physicality coming into the second half with a lot more at stake here. We were talking a bit about how vocal this United City team can be, especially from the back. You had Sylvan Robertson talking the ear off everyone on the pitch. And then up front, you had Mike Ott making a difference as well. Take a look at the crowd here at the National Training Center. And hopefully we get to see you. That's right, I'm talking to you, everyone watching right now on Facebook and on YouTube, to come on over and join us here sooner rather than later. Let's create an atmosphere here to usher in the return of Philippine football as we exit this pandemic slowly but surely. But until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and we can't wait to see you here catching all this great football action. And when you look at Kaya FC in terms of their adjustments that have to be made, there's just so much to deal with when you're playing a United City. But what are the obvious changes that have to be done?
For United City, they're unlikely to change. They're more likely to react to the changes that Kaya are making. Kaya are the team that need to make changes. The only thing that I could say about United City is the amount of game time that they've had, the amount of match fitness that they've managed to build up is going to be a little bit lacking as compared to Kaya, because Kaya had that pre-qualifying for the Asian Champions League. So for me, I would say United City won't change anything, and Kaya will most likely be looking to change, if not personnel, probably change the way that they approach the game.
Well, Kaya FC, your familiar cry ringing out right before the second half, Una Kaya, for United City. Looking to see this off, hopefully keep a clean sheet and build on a positive first half performance. But it has been a relatively even battle between the two, and it's the type of contest that we love to see. As we take a look at the back line and Carla Mitchell there, who even looking back towards last season, if you're talking about domestic competitions, wasn't necessarily tested a lot in his time with Kaya, and right now we're seeing him being tested over and over again by a determined United City team.
Yeah, it's been a lot of work for him, looking ahead of him and seeing the patterns of play building up for United City, a little bit different to the opposition that he's played in the last few games. But I'm sure that between him and Simone Rota, they would have been learning and adjusting, and will try to keep a clean sheet in this second half and give Kaya every fighting chance of getting back into this game.
If you're just joining us, United City playing in all black, Kaya in their iconic yellow kits. Left to right, United City are playing on your screens, and on the other end, right to left, Kaya FC going the other way. Early on here, we saw KFC in the first half go on full attack, just throwing body after body, ball after ball into United City defense in the first 10 or so minutes. Let's see whether or not they try and replicate that here again. Mike Ott, Pika Minigishi, Robertson, Silva. He gives it to Custodio. Custodio trying to find Minigishi, trying to spread the play, and Minigishi gives it back to Ebarle. Jarvis felt that from Melisa, but it's up again, and Custodio with a change of pace that you don't typically see from a center back. Foul against Mike Ott as Kaya gets going again. Simone Rota. Lisa back to Rota. Pressure coming from Owano, forcing Rota to play it long. As Hirikoshi unable to chase. So we're seeing a bit more aggression again from Kaya to start out. Has yet to amount to anything. United City wise to everything they're doing so far.
Yeah, they've pressed them and tried to pin them in nice and early. Just try to set their lines and set a standard for the second half. But United City are still able to pick out long passes and get themselves out of that press.
Mardiano, who I feel like we've been watching grow up before our very eyes here in the Copa Paulino Alcantara. We saw him with the ADT. We saw him a bit with the Ascals as well, and right now playing with Kaya. He did well there to win that ball. Urbuev going all the way back to Custodio, who was Mardiano's former center half partner with ADT. Jarvis trying to keep that alive and just a bit too far. Simone Rota in a very advanced position here, and it'll be another throw in for Kaya. It feels like United City are content, or rather they understand and expect that Kaya will try to apply pressure very early, and so far dealing with it, the level of composure that from a team that basically know what's coming. The swing from Silva. Trying to find Kurt Dizon. Simone Rota with a header away.
Yeah, at the moment, United City sitting quite deep, allowing Kaya to press. But United City are being very, very sharp on the second ball when it falls free. And then they're just squeezing their lines up accordingly.
Kaya still applying the pressure. Robert Lopez Mendy. Hard tackle there from Custodio. No foul. And instead it will be a whistle against Kaya. That was a big boy tackle coming from Custodio.
Looks as if he may have been able to just deflect the ball off Mendy there.
Rota with a header forward. And it'll be a throw in for Kaya. Daiso Irikoshi with the throw. Gives it to Simone Rota instead. Rota. Melisa just shepherded out. Again, United City doing a very good job containing Kaya. And there is a lot of pressure being applied by Kaya right now.
Yeah, if United City keep it deep and tight, it makes it very difficult for Kaya to combine, and also it eliminates Kaya from trying to counter-attack.
Carla Mitchell trying to win that header. Simone Rota trying to heave that forward instead. Barile plays it forward. Mardiano gets it, trying to look for Daiso. And Kurt Dizon cleans that up. Silva playing it wide, and Simone Rota there to chest that towards Melisa. Mike Ott now. 2 yellow shirts to deal with. Oh, and a chance here. And Banzon there to stop Owano. That was a gilt-edged chance there coming from Ivan Owano, who hit that low and without any real power straight at Banzon.
Well, what happened there was Mike Ott was in that, forward position, but he was right, and when he ran to the right wing, that pulled Simone Rota over, and it pulled Mitchell out of position for the first time that I've seen in several games, and he managed to find a really good cross into the box. And I think if Wano looks at that again, he's going to be regretting not putting that in the back of the net.
Bedic trying to send Robert Lopez Mendy through again. We saw that combination work a while ago in the first half, but this time the connection not there.
And the difference is that United City are much deeper at the start of this second half. Those little balls over the top work when there's space to run into, but with an experienced goalkeeper like Silva, he's just sweeping up in behind and will pick up any loose pass which is played over the top.
At the moment, it feels like this United City team is shaped up like a spring, eager to absorb the pressure and then just bounce into attack when they can.
I mean, the philosophy is if they keep the pitch long and take the pressure, it just means that the pitch is bigger. Kaya have got to work harder to win the ball back. So if they can keep passing and keeping the space big, they're going to try to tire Kaya out.
Great passing out of pressure there from Custodian Hurabuev. Jarvis trying to find Ott. Ott couldn't find another teammate. Ricky Sendra wins possession in the middle. Sendra trying to find the run of Owano, and the flag up immediately. No complaints there from United City. Mardiano now. Arnel Amita. Trying to switch play there, but unable to get that through. Simone Rota will have another throw in here. They play to the middle. Arnel Amita just bullied off the ball. Ivan Owano. So many runners on the left side. They go to Mike Ott. And just a bit too long from Pika. For Pika, rather. Coach Yoshida on your screen there, I'm sure had a lot to teach Zach Banzon after that first half. Finding Robert Lopez Mendy's head, and it is a foot race to the ball here. Jarvis gets there first and clears for a throw-in in what is potentially a dangerous position here again for Kaya. A lot of the attack coming down the left flank for the boys in yellow. Robert Lopez Mendy trying to fling that to the middle. Bedic. Melisa. Arnel Amita trying to swing that and find a yellow shirt. Eventually does. Rio Fuji. Mardiano. Pressure by Owano. Owano wins out. Well, he was hoping for a Mike Ott run, but then Carlisle Mitchell there to put his body in between. Well, really, if it came to a battle of strength between Ott and Mitchell, Pretty sure I know who I'm betting for. Horbuev. Time and space to make a decision. Sendra trying to play Wano through. Pikaminigishi bullied off the ball. Referee says no foul. Melisa back to Ryofuji. Looking for the run of Daiso Hirikoshi. Daiso on the left flank. Only 2 yellow shirts in the box at the moment. Hirikoshi, what can he do here? Goes at it by himself, and he finds the back of the net.
Well, they've been attacking down the left-hand side on that passage of play. They found their danger man. Perhaps just the persistence down the left, tiring Jordan Jarvis a little bit. But Daiso knew exactly what he was doing when he cut inside onto his stronger foot. Just putting it across the goalkeeper. Silva's outstretched. But there's absolutely nothing he could have done about that.
Daiso Horikoshi. Boy, what a finish. And it is exactly what Kaya FC needed. And now United City, who were playing a bit low in terms of their back line in the second half, now have to spring into action to regain the lead.
Well, now it's game on again. And perhaps that missed opportunity from Ivan Wano just 5 minutes ago might come to tell, and they're attacking down the left-hand side again.
Again, it feels like they're concentrating their attacks on that left flank. Jarvis, obviously the target of their aggression. As we take a look at Horikoshi, who it was all smiles after that goal. Offside, says the referee, but they play on anyway. So United City now, more pep in their step. Sendra swings that around. Jarvis. They play it long. Owano could not do anything about it. Robert Lopez Mendy giving chase. Custodio has work to do. Bedic keeps it back to Arnel Lamita, playing it short. Ryofuji, what a tackle there by Ricky Sendra. And all of a sudden, it's an all-action half again here. Mike Ott. Robert Lopez Mendy making sure it goes to Bedic. Bedic. Not a lot of support here. Arnel Amita goes wide left. And Daiso Hirikoshi cannot get to it, but it'll be a Kaya FC corner. So Kaya, who just a few minutes ago, were trailing 1-0 and it felt like water just rushing on rock. Found a breakthrough and now are eager to get the lead. So, interesting development that we have here for all of the longtime Kaya FC fans. We're going to have a substitute after this corner. Melisa with the delivery. And that was a close opportunity again from Kaya to double up their lead. And there you have it. So Kenshiro Daniels, a former Kaya FC player who have scored so many goals for Kaya, making his debut as a United City player, coming in for Ivan Owano. And he will be in a position to be a goal threat here for United City against his own club. I can only imagine what's going through his head right now.
And of course, of all the teams to make your debut against, it's going to be against his former club. And of course, there will be familiarity, but I mean, when it comes down to business, business is business, and I'm sure that Kenshiro Daniels will want to make his mark on his debut for United City and find himself on the score sheet.
Horbuev plays all the way back to Robertson. Robertson back to Silva. Silva playing it long. Pressure immediately from the back line of Kaya. Herbuev challenged, and so many bodies, and a foul by Kaya. And a yellow card brought out. Jovan Bidic, the captain of Kaya, in the book.
Well, it's most certainly going to be brewing. This game is going to get very, very contested, and I'm sure the referee will be a busy man.
Take a look at this again. So Bidic just a bit late there as Kaya tried to clamp down on the defensive midfielder of United City. Custodio trying to find the run of Kenny Daniels. Carla Mitchell absorbed a bit of contact from the former teammate. Ryo Fuji trying to make inroads down the middle, trying to loft that over to an on-rushing teammate, but played it just too long. That's Jovan Bidic there, the confirmation of his yellow card. Taizo Horikoshi with the foul, with the handball rather.
Paolo, should this game stay a draw, it makes every other game so interesting, because United City and Kai would both have to go out and score more goals than one another to get top spot, should they remain unbeaten.
Ricky Sendra. Kurt Dizon. Rebuev. Rip ball inside. Could not deal with it though. And it's still United City applying pressure. Mike Ott. Rebuev. Ryo Fuji running for it. Wins out. But Jordan Jarvis there doing a good job trying to stop the run of Kaya. Entering the winning moments here, really. Like, it feels like the game has started to shift here. Taizo with the throw. And what a tackle there coming from Sendra. Very familiar. Dizon trying to find the run of Kenny Daniels. So that'll be a throw-in in favor of Kaya. Kurt Dizon absorbed a crunching hit. Carla Mitchell. Amardiano. Nela Mita. Carla Mitchell. Pressure coming in from United City. Daizo. Hands on him by Jarvis, and whistle finally blows.
Yeah, getting tight to his man there. It's good defending there by Jordan. Just didn't want him to turn out, just trying to force him backwards. Got a little bit of his shirt there on the way.
Take a look at that again. Just put the hands on him. That's how you make sure that an attacker knows that you're there. You have Fuji on your screen. As Kaya go long here. And play that in, and just a miscue there. Shot from distance, no good. Robert Lopez Mendy trying to keep it alive. Bidic. Foul against Kaya. Things start to get frantic here. You feel that as soon as you get to the final third, everyone knows that it might just fall to one single chance, and you have players just snatching at it at the moment.
And I think both teams will be trying to capitalise on mistakes and misjudgments as the game opens up and it starts going end to end. United City hit the target twice, converted once, and Kai with that one shot on target, but it's the one which got them back into this game.
Simone Rota did well to sniff that one out. Mike Ott. Ricky Sendra. Dizon with space. Banzon. Banzon playing it quickly, looking for the run of Robert Lopez Mendy. Robertson did a good job holding him back. Bedic trying to keep possession here for the guys in yellow. What a save there from Zach Banzon. It was going to be a tough angle for Kurt Dizon to finish, but still Zach Banzon getting the job done.
Yeah, surprised that Kurt Dizon there just didn't get his head up and just roll the ball back into Kenshiro Daniels. Sometimes it's got to be sure goals. You already mentioned there won't be many chances left in this game.
Oh, and a chance here for Robert Lopez Mendy. As you say that, Darren, a chance right there. And typically he's there to finish that with aplomb. But on that occasion, just went way over.
Yeah, need to be clinical in these situations. Both sides now have wasted a couple of chances, one apiece. And that there, you've got to hit the target. But United City now on the attack, getting numbers forwards.
Sendra could not get to it. So it'll be Kaya with a throw in here. And end-to-end stuff. Both teams hungry for that 3 points. Well, don't take your eyes off this, folks, because you never know what's going to happen here. Daiso trying to fling that forward. So we have Melisa now on the floor, stretching out his calf a bit. And, you were talking about if they have to make substitutions, if you're Kaya FC, you only have a couple of attacking options. One of them, Sandro Reyes, the other one, Eric Giganto. So let's see whether or not they'll make a change. And it looks like there will be a sub made soon. Interesting to see who it will be. Based on the based on what's happening here, it looks like Shermar Filonco will be checking in for Kaya. As well as the young Sandro Reyes. So 2 changes here for Kaya. Trying to make a difference here. So Melisa will check out. United City trying to take advantage here. Mike Ott going very deep here, trying to make something happen for United City. Robertson swinging that to Jarvis. Jarvis again. Burabuev. Pinging that to Pika. Whipping that in. Kurt Dizon, but Banzon is there first. Well, the substitutions coming in. So coming out is Fitch Arboleda and Melisa and Sandro Reyes, as well as Sherman Filionco coming in. On the other end, there's going to be a substitution as well for United City. Adam Tull will make his presence known here in just a few moments, as we see that save again coming from Zach Banzon. So there are fresh legs here, and Michoma Filionco on the field, as well as Sandro Reyes. Both of them, I'm sure, eager to make a difference in this game. Played really high, and a whistle's blown.
This makes this last 20 minutes very interesting. Kaya going slightly more technical and more creative, but just losing a little bit of the physical presence, and at the same time United City bringing on Adam Tull, who is very aggressive in his tackling, presses nice and quickly, also a good technical player. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this last 20 minutes plays out.
Jordan Jarvis will check out, who really was targeted over and over again in the second half on that left side, and actually that basically resulted in the goal for Kaya FC. Almost a crucial turnover there coming from Custodio. So Kenshiro Daniels has yet to have any clear-cut chances here for United City against his old club. Simone Rota. Vicky Sendra playing that forward. Mardiano, good control, playing it all the way back to Zach Banzon. Banzon finding Simone Rota. United City trying to hold on to possession here. Mike Ott making something happen. And a whistle blown after Mike Ott was taken down.
Yeah, second game for Mike Ott as the captain, and he's been pressed very hard in both of his games. They don't want to give him any sort of space to be creative in the higher areas. And United City have got an opportunity now to put the ball into the box and try to capitalise on perhaps a slight physical advantage now after the substitutions.
Let's take a look at that again. So Mike Ott, their tackle coming in, just nudged aside by Arnelamita. Kenny Daniels playing that in, and that was a dangerous ball. Sandro Reyes just trying to ping that forward. Custodio well up front right now. Size advantage against Arnelamita, but look who won out.
I know that Kenshiro Daniels is a set piece specialist, but I'm surprised that he's not in the box.
Kenshiro Daniels trying to make the delivery again. Kaya will try and play quickly here. Bedic trying to pick out a pass. Robert Lopez Mendy trying to get to the end of this. Mendy on the right side. Bedic. Daiso Horikoshi tried to double up his tally, but then the defense there immediately. So right now, players cramping up here. Let's take a look at this again. So Bedic just trying to feed Horikoshi's run. And you talk about the aggressiveness of an Adam Tull. There you go.
Well, that's exactly what we were speaking about, and he just gives that little bit of cover in behind the right back, and that's the area that Daiso had started to exploit.
So right now, if you're Kaya FC, you're looking at a player that's being tended to right now as well. So we're at the moment we're seeing Adam Tull, who's actually received a yellow card, so there's confirmation of that. You know, just coming. You talk about the aggression, Darren. There it is. So on the floor, Rio Fuji, and limited substitutes here for Kaya. And right now, at least if you're looking at the people who could come in, you're probably looking at maybe Giganto taking his spot if ever he does need to come off. So play pause for the moment because the treatment's happening on the pitch. Foul count as well, 7-4. Daiso, corner coming up. Kaya trying to double up their lead. Trying to double up rather and try and take the lead. But Silva there to collect. Mistimed clearance there by Mardiano. And the ball will go United City's way in a dangerous position. Just a lapse of concentration there coming from Mardiano. Odi Menzi coming in just a bit for Kaya. And Rio Fuji still being treated in the sideline. So playing with 10 men at the moment are Kaya. Custodio with a crucial turnover, potentially. Robert Lopez Mendy. The pass just dragged just a bit too wide. What support does he have? Oh, and what a layoff and a chance here, but the defender there in the way. Arnel Amita with a great opportunity there. Remember, Kaya were the ones playing with 10 men for the meantime. As Menzi coming in to make sure the numbers are even again.
Yeah, Kaya were able to exploit the space again on the left-hand side. Matthew Custodio giving the ball away, and then the opportunity finally fell, but just struck the back of Robertson and has gone off for a corner. So United City got to gather their lines and defend. There's not that long left in the game. This is going to be another opportunity for Kaya to try to get themselves 2-1 up.
Ball in. Still alive, Simone Rota. And Kaya have been knocking on the door, Darren.
Yeah, it's easier said than done, but you got to keep your composure in those sorts of situations. That's a big goal and a big strike, and he's put it over the crossbar and over the net and out of the facility.
So the first attempt actually was Simone Rota, the second one by Shermar Filionco. That just put that well over. Zach Banzon. Carlisle Mitchell. So you feel that Kaya FC are feeling more and more comfortable here. Mardiano with a hoof up forward. Oh, had to get that right. Talking about Silva, eventually does. Kenny Daniels trying to retain possession for United City. Carla Mitchell leaves that for Simone Rota, who gives it straight back to Silva. Good game we've had so far. And stuff. Kaya a bit more in the ascendancy here towards the end of the second half.
Yeah, Kaya have more fresh legs on the pitch, and I feel that their use and rotation of players in previous games building up today has given them a little bit more depth of squad.
Pika Minigishi. Inabarle tried to play a little 1-2. Still United City ball though. Ricky Sendra offering an option. Go back to Pika. Rabuev. Swing that to Custodio. 2 targets inside. Kenny Daniels trying to get to it. Kenny Daniels gets ahead. But Zach Banzon there to collect. Playing quickly wide. Sandro Reyes looking for options. Plays it short to Shermar Filionco. Robert Lopez Mendy playing a little 1-2. It doesn't pan out with Bedic. Silva. Shifting that to Custodio. But finds no one. Less than 10 minutes to go here, plus added time. Paulo Salenga checking in. He will come in for Kurt Dizon, who had a good shift.
Yeah, I thought Kurt Dizon's had a good game on the right-hand side, perhaps just running a little bit low in the last 10-15 minutes, and the tempo of the game has picked up again and slightly swinging in Kaya's favour at the moment.
Well, you talked about fresh legs, and right now, Alusalenga trying to offer a bit of that for United City.
Perhaps create an outlet as well for United City. It looks as if Kaya have made adjustments across their back as well, but they haven't really made a lot of changes in terms of personnel across the back, so
right now, a lot of talking happening in the box here between United City and Kaya. Chance here for Kaya to take the lead. Robertson with the clearance. What control? Oh, and that's straight at the keeper. What a strike there. But unfortunately, not enough verve into it, because it just stung the palms of the keeper. As Eric Giganto will check in for Joven Bedic. Sandro Reyes there, whipping that in, but again, straight to the hands of the keeper.
yeah, it's good technique there by Sandro, just managed to feint onto his weaker foot. And it's a great little snapshot there.
So Eric Giganto back in, and he has a great little partnership with Arnel Amita from their days in FEU. So let's see whether or not we can see some of that magic again. Carlisle Mitchell and Robert Lopez Mendy trying to find the run of Daiso Horikoshi. Blocked out there as UCFC are still clinging here. Kaya asking a lot of questions. So a throw in here in favor of UCFC, but then Kaya trying to pin them down.
Kaya able to sustain their pressure at the moment with the fresh legs, and United City yet to answer.
Mardiano. Shemer Filonco. Oh, what a turn there coming from Kaya as Robert Lopez Mendy. Great touch. Tried to get it past Silva, but Silva there, the right place, right time. Robertson just there to clear to make sure that there is nothing that Kaya could do. Arnel Amita. Sandro Reyes, try again. Well, Sandro trying to be a bit more aggressive here. You can tell by the way that he's trying to take the chances. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if most players would try and do that as well, considering what's at stake and only 6 minutes left to play in normal time.
Well, if you score now, you're a hero, and I mean, 3 points is going to be huge if there is another goal to be found in this game. United City now building their attack down the left-hand side.
Pika. Oh, dribbling pass too. But then couldn't find the crucial final ball. Robertson. Kaya trying to stay disciplined. United City probing. Tull. Custodio. Tull again. Maikot. Back to Custodio. Now playing right back. Cleared away. Maikot now on the ball. Sandra trying to play it quick. So right now, both teams trying to find the most direct way through. No foul, says the referee. Shemer Filonco. Robert Lopez Mendy. Robertson. Kaya taking their time again. Shermar Filonco working against Maikot. Over Lopez Mendy tried to touch that away. And just bringing Ricky Sendra down. I believe that was Arnel Amita. Oh, Er Giganto rather. Who really, if you look at the way they play, it's almost carbon copy like Arnel Amita and Er Giganto.
Yeah, they've got a good understanding of one another. I think the middle of Kaya is really working hard, both on the ball and off the ball. And they're able to recycle the ball nice and quickly and mount another attack.
Again, the fresh legs have added a burst of energy here for this Kaya team. And they are asking a lot of questions from United City at the moment. Robert Lopez Mendy again. Cannot retain possession himself. Shermar Filonco. Arnel Amita spreading that. Playing forward, Robert Lopez Mendy has an opportunity, but snatched at that one.
But that's the short, sharp passing that we are used to seeing Kaya play, and they've found the confidence to do it. It's whether or not they've left themselves enough time on the clock to get themselves the 3 points.
There's another look at that shot there. So you go back to regular action. Menzi. Rota. All the way back to Zach Banzon. Carlisle Mitchell. Will there be an opening here? Will there be a marginal goal for the 3 points? And turnover here. Robertson. Back to Silva. Tull. Urbuev. Paulo Salenka could not get to it. Menzi. And Custodio extended that shoulder and elbow, and the referee had to blow the whistle. Well, you have to say that all the substitutes here for Kaya FC have made a positive impact so far. Will there be more, though? Arnel Amita working against Mike Ott. And Ott with the foul. Odi Menzi setting this down. So Kaya will try to mount an attack from here. Take a look at that again. And yeah, no question about it. The swing wide right here. Mardiano now. Arnel Amita was come to life here. Trying to play Robert Lopez Mendy through. A minute left in regular time. I hope you're all enjoying this here. The Copa Paulino Alcantara. Could be a grandstand finish, or it could just battle out to a draw. Mike Ott. Carlisle Mitchell. Daizo. Getting his body in the way, working against Custodio. Tull offering pressure. Tull getting the better of Daizo. So it'll be 3 minutes of added time. We'll get confirmation of that in just a bit. So far, entertaining game between United City and Kaya. Kaya knocking on the door, but there's just so much pressure being applied by Kaya. You have to feel that if United City just get a counterattack right, things could be different. Filonco, good job in retaining possession. Mardiano finds Arnel Amita. Amita weighing his options to go back to Carlisle Mitchell. And United City really having a hard time controlling the center of the midfield. And just a miscue there coming from Robert Lopez Mendy, who could not send the winger free. Custodio now. Pressure being applied. Daiso trying to make a difference here. Odi Menzi. Now Mike Ott chasing, and it'll be a throw-in for United in a dangerous position. They take it quickly. Mike Ott. Kenshiro Daniels shifting it to Pika. Pika working on Mardiano. He goes deep, and Diano with a great tackle to stop the attack. The timing was impeccable. So Kaya, is there another twist in the cards here? Go all the way back to Mardiano, who was applied pressure there by Pika. Arnel Amita. Back to Sandro Reyes. Sandro. Odi Menzi. Menzi, back to Sandro. Swinging that wide right. Is there another goal in this? Arnel Amita. Sandro. Sandro Reyes going at it by himself still and loses possession. Still Kaya. Is there a chance here? But Silva there first.
That was brave goalkeeping there. Silva putting his body on the line to keep it at 1-1 after Daiso had just read the through pass. There's still time though for one more attack for United City.
Both teams want 3 points. No one's going to be sitting back for this one. Who can win in the middle? Carla Mitchell is trying to get to it first. Kenshiro Daniels does enough though. Pika on the run, on the attack, attacking in the middle. Pushing that forward, and Silva is able to get to it. Seconds remaining. One last roll of the dice. Tull, Ott, playing it forward, a chance again. Custodio could not get through. And a whistle blown in favor of Kaya. But that'll do it. Full time anyway, 1-1. An entertaining draw between Kaya and United City. Nothing to separate the two. And could be a fair reflection of what we've seen today, Darren.
Well, I think in terms of the opportunities created, it was a fair reflection. I mean, Kaya did manage to get a little bit of a grasp of the game towards the last 20 minutes. May have been expected going into the game knowing that they had more match fitness than United City. But nevertheless, I think both teams will settle today for a 1-1, a share of the spoils, and then just keep on plugging at the Copa and try to score goals against the other teams and try to come out on top of the league.
Well, the quality was definitely there, and you can understand why these two are the best teams here in the Philippines. And again, we talk about gold standards, we talk about who they want to try to be, how all the teams will try to aspire to be. And in terms of quality, this is what they're all trying to beat.
Well, the standard really has been set, and I mean every single player that's played in this game has gained a little bit of that match sharpness and match fitness. It's going to be difficult to believe the next team to play United City or Kaya.
Should be fun to see, though. And when we return, we'll have more analysis and hear from the man of the match. We'll be right back.
Ano next nyo? Sige, highlights, stats, napatay na.
high, and there was times where the transition was high. I mean, it was really a game that had a lot of good talking points. I think if the teams go back and do their analysis of the game, they would have liked to have created more clear-cut opportunities. But I mean, apart from that, it had everything that made for a classic game between Kaya and United City.
Mike out there, we saw the opener, and here was another chance here from Ivan Owano, and there were chances for both teams that they know that they should have converted. Take a look at this goal, though, just picking it out there from Daiso Horikoshi, and it was back and forth, end to end. There were so many chances. In the end, back end of that second half, Kurt Dizon there with an opportunity. Oh no, rather that was United City's winger, and we take a look at this one again. Just save after save, Robert Lopez Mendy with a missed opportunity, and we could have had more than just the 1-1 that we saw.
Yeah, there most certainly could have been more opportunities. It was a really, really good game of football.
And the man of the match here, ready for an interview.
This game is so tough, and we wanted to get 3 points, so we are a little bit disappointed, but we play well, especially second half, so we continue to play like second half. Yeah. So my teammate passed me the good ball, and I felt a little bit relaxed. So and yeah, I think I shoot a good finish. So UCFC is last champion in the PFL League. So we really wanted to become a champion. So yeah, this team is rival for us. Thank you. Salamat.
Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there were two picked out because of the draw here, and really hard to choose from. Of course, had that goal that equalized the matchup, and of course, Mike Ott coming up next.
Mike, 1-1 at the end of 90 minutes. Fans feel like they wanted more from that. How'd you feel after the
What was it?
1-1 after 90 minutes? How was that match for you?
Of course, we want to always go in the game to win the game. Today was only 1-1, but yeah, we have many. We need to improve a lot, and that's why it's our second game now. We're full in training. I think in the second half the fitness was a little bit more. We need to be more aggressive. The second balls we didn't win it enough, and that's why the Kaya did well in the second half.
You're wearing the armband now for United City. Talk about this new role that you have for the team.
Yeah, of course, after Sharky is not more here, I take over the place for him and for all the team. Then I try to lead the team, communicate the team, help the young boys, and we're on a good way. So for our second game now, but we will improve. We will check the video and what we can do better, and that we for the next games and for the Champions League are better next score.
You have a match on Thursday again. How will you manage the next 3 days for your team? And you're going to be facing ADT, I believe, which played yet today and won against Mindoro.
Yeah, we play against ADT, and they played also today. There's no excuse. They have the same leg and same game, 90 minutes in there. And we just need to prepare. We get our rest tomorrow and the next day, and then we just try to get recovered and be ready for the game. And yeah, get our fitness up. We need to get a bit better in that one.
You expect to face Kaya down the road in the Copa?
No, Kaya is always a super good team, and That's they trained already and played a lot more than us, and that's why we can see we need to improve, and we will. Thank you. Okay.
Walk-off interview there as we take a look at the stats here between United City and Kaya FC Iloilo. United City with less possession here. And if you look at the numbers, it looks like it wasn't a balanced game, but really, it was end-to-end. The danger for both teams. Kaya coming out up top towards the end, but it was that type of battle.
Yeah, the possession was really close. Swung in the favour of Kaya just after the half point in the second half. But really, the shots that Kaya created, a lot of them were snapshots, a lot of them were chances created through pressure, whereas the chances created through United City's attacks were a little bit more constructed, a little bit more clear-cut, which is why the conversion rate of shots on target was slightly higher than Kaya's. Although Kaya, looking back at that, will look at that as another game where they didn't hit the target as often as what they should have done.
These two teams, the top of the Copa Paulino Alcantara, the provisional favorites, both of them feeling that they could have gotten 3 points today. Fortunately, they have to settle for one each. Game on Thursday, March 31, United City FC against Asgal's development team. Interesting battle between the two, especially after seeing the young ones make their debut in the competition just a while ago. Of course, United City eager to get 3 more points on the board. Thank you very much for joining us here this evening. I'm Paul De Rosar and also Darren Hartman on behalf of all the hardworking men and women here at the Copa Paulino Alcantara. Have a great night.
There's an opportunity here, and we've got our first goal of the match.